Hi, my name is Jen Alexa M, aka The First Rose, and a lot of people, however, know me as Paradigm under that alias, so I'm going to go ahead and call myself Paradigm from now on in my videos. I apologize that I'm not all that well organized. There are very good reasons for that. But in this video, I just wanted to make sure that I would share what's most important that all people should know. We're living in a world where so many things are backwards, and only some people seem to notice that. But since so much of this world and the way we live our lives is in fact backwards, I'll have to be starting at the end of my story, not as far as the storyline goes, but rather the purpose for my sharing this entire story with the public. The reason being is that there's nothing more important than this. So I will begin by saying that all people, or rather at least almost all people, the general public, is born with inherent psychic abilities. Psychic abilities have now scientifically been backed up, so they are proven to be real. One example might be that dogs and cats seem to find their owners, people they have shared close bonds with, even though they may live hours apart, and the dog or cat has never been to their place of residence in the new place, and somehow they end up finding their new owners anyway. It could take days, months, even years. This has been known to happen. So animals are psychic, and so are we. That's the number one thing to realize, to just be aware of yourself, to track your thought processes. But key tree, however, is a lot easier sometimes, somehow. Basically, what key tree is, well, I termed key tree for the definition of being able to find out almost any information, past, present, and future. There are different ways to go about doing this. People have this ability, and I've done this several times with people who tend to talk in their sleep. As far as key tree goes, I have different psychic powers, and everybody has different potentials to have many different various psychic gifts. So this is just one that I discovered that is not 100% foolproof, but definitely worth anybody and everybody looking into. Very important. That's why I say there's nothing more important. With this information, people can find out almost any information, like I said, past, present, or future. And that means that you can find out who your creator is, the reality of whether or not demons exist, for instance, angels, life after death, cures for all sickness and disease, answers to any, just about any question that anybody ever has. I mean, does anybody care? I care. And that's why I'm telling the truth about this. It's real. All you have to do is try it, in fact. If you do, I suggest that you pray to God. I know that we all have different religions. And I think a lot, as I've said before, and I'm sorry for at times I might be repeating myself, but we all, a lot of religions have a lot of the truth, but nobody has all of the truth. So I really think that we should all come together more and work as a team, because that's very important. As God's second most important commandment is love thy neighbor, and there's an excellent reason for that. Excellent reasons, I should say, which I'll help shed light upon, hopefully in some future video. However, this video I'm just talking about key tree. That's my main objective here, and it's so hard to talk about it without involving other beliefs that I've discovered answers to along the way, along my path in life. Anyway, so key tree essentially is, like I said, there's different techniques and there's different levels of doing key tree. So I will describe, let's say, one of them at least. I have done this when I'm next to a sleeping person. I've asked answers in my mind. Questions, excuse me. In my mind, I will ask a question, and then the person who's asleep beside me will actually answer me out loud. And it's usually pretty much right when I ask that question. And with practice, I've noticed that usually I can get a feel for if I have that person's attention or not. Like, that's one of my techniques, getting their attention first before I perform key tree on them. And so I will ask a question in my mind, like I said, and they answer me out loud. And it's usually the people who are more prone or apt, per se, to talk in their sleep, a sleep talker. Yet there's what I call the YNs too, which is the yes or no people who will just say yes or no. Of course, some people won't say anything, other people will moan. So it's important to find someone who does talk in their sleep for that method, at least. Like I said, there's many different levels. I'd say about 10 probably altogether. And I'm not even a master at all of them. But I am I consider myself a master on that level. So, I'm afraid I'm probably going to have to wind up this video in a minute, but I just wanted to give you the main definition of key tree and let you all know that there are different levels where it can be done, where people can have this ability to find out almost any information, past, present, and future. And if you just research, look into it, do it yourself, because I know other people have. There are others in this world who can do this. We all have the potential to win the lottery, but that's not what's most important here. So I guess I'm going to go ahead and wind up this video, and then I suppose I'll start telling my actual story, basically the story of my life. And I'll try not to add too many details or too little, but I think that's important to tell the whole story. Thank you. Thank you for listening.